This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Rolex remains a highly desirable luxury watch brand worldwide, but there have been notable developments in its pricing trends during 2023. Are Rolex prices going back up in 2023? What is the truth behind the hype? Rolex hype refers to the widespread excitement, demand, and anticipation surrounding Rolex watches. It encompasses the elevated level of desirability and prestige associated with the brand, driven by factors such as its history, craftsmanship, exclusivity, and iconic status. The hype surrounding Rolex often leads to increased demand, limited availability, and sometimes inflated prices in the secondary market. It is fueled by a combination of factors including celebrity endorsements, brand reputation, marketing strategies, and the perception of Rolex watches as a status symbol. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will analyze the most recent market data to uncover the actual situation regarding Rolex prices. Additionally, we will conduct a comparative analysis of Rolex with two other luxury brands to determine if there are any indications of hype or manipulation. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, we highly recommend doing so now to stay informed about our future video releases. To start things up, we would like to discuss a trending and popular subject that has been occupying people's thoughts recently. The topic in question is the direction of Rolex prices. Are they on the rise once again, as some reputable dealers claim, or is this merely an attempt to generate hype within the market? In the previous video on Rolex price predictions, we forecasted a gradual decline in the long run, but also anticipated a temporary rebound before another decrease. Now the question arises, which prediction holds, and which one misses the mark? The trajectory of Rolex prices is subject to numerous factors and influences. It is important to analyze market trends, economic conditions, consumer demand, and other variables to determine the direction of Rolex prices accurately. Changes in supply and demand, shifts in consumer preferences, fluctuations in the luxury goods market, and even external events can impact the prices of Rolex watches. Therefore, it is crucial to consider all these factors and gather the most up-to-date data to form an informed assessment of the current and future direction of Rolex prices. However, the focus now shifts toward examining the actual data to determine the reality of the situation. Taking a broader perspective, it is observed that Swiss watch exports to the United States have declined for the first time in 2 years, marking a significant setback for the Swiss watch industry. Despite a recent rebound in the Chinese market, it is insufficient to compensate for the decline in the US market. Furthermore, recent data from China suggests that their economy is once again heading downward. This disproves the hopes held by many dealers who were relying on China as a potential market savior. But why is this happening? What are the driving factors behind Rolex prices and the broader macroeconomic trends? It is not money or love that propels the world, but rather credit. Credit plays a vital role in fueling the economy and enabling people to purchase items beyond their immediate means, such as Rolex watches, for instance. However, credit is not without its expenses, as it incurs costs in the form of interest rates. Currently, the U.S. Federal Reserve has been actively combating inflation by increasing interest rates. Therefore, the cost of credit has been rising. This uptick in costs leads to a decrease in economic activity, affecting various sectors, including the luxury market, where even the budget allocated for purchasing coveted Rolex watches becomes strained. As a result, Rolex buyers may find themselves in a state of distress as they confront the reality of higher credit card bills. So, how does this impact Rolex prices? Let us examine some trends. Looking at the 5-year trend, it is evident that Rolex watches have become more expensive over time. However, the key question is what is happening this year. We observe a renewed decline in the 6-month trend. Rolex prices have been decreasing since January. In the 3-month trend, we see a pattern known as a dead cat bounce. This refers to a temporary recovery in prices after a brief decline, only to subsequently fall again. The term dead cat bounce illustrates the notion that even a lifeless cat will bounce if dropped from a sufficient height, but it does not indicate that the cat is alive once more. Similarly, some buyers may take advantage of lower prices and make purchases, but it does not imply that there is enough demand to sustain continually increasing prices. This is precisely what we are witnessing with Rolex prices, and they will continue to decline as long as the cost of credit remains high and continues to rise. Notably, the Federal Reserve has plans for 2 additional rate hikes this year, further contributing to this trend. Now, some of you may be curious about how other watch brands are faring compared to Rolex. Let us examine a few examples. Surprisingly, we see that Longines is still experiencing an upward trend. However, nobody discusses them as an investment watch, as it would be considered impractical. While Longines produce excellent timepieces, they do not possess the same level of prestige, history, cachet, and hype as Rolex. Now, let us turn our attention to Grand Seiko. It has enjoyed significant popularity and a positive reputation, known for crafting some of the finest watches in the world. They have ridden the wave of excellence in Japanese watchmaking admiration. However, they have also been influenced by credit-fueled speculation and hype. Consequently, they are now facing the consequences of that wave, experiencing a decline in their market value. Despite my admiration and respect for Grand Seiko, they are currently paying the price for their association with credit-driven speculation and excessive hype. Watches should not be regarded as investments, and it would be unwise to do so. Instead, watches should be seen as hobbies, passions, and luxuries. Their purpose is to be enjoyed, worn, and appreciated, rather than hoarded or speculated upon. While many people have a deep appreciation for watches, including Rolex, Grand Seiko, Longines, and Citizen, the love and appreciation for them stems from their designs, craftsmanship, stories, and even their personalities. Some people do not acquire watches to make money, they acquire them to create memories. Some people believe that you should buy watches because you genuinely like them and want to wear them. It is important not to be overly concerned with others' opinions or the market's fluctuations. Instead, let your preferences and emotions guide your choices. This is how you genuinely enjoy watches and, in turn, life. The status of Rolex hype is a subjective matter that can vary depending on different perspectives and market conditions. While Rolex has maintained a strong position as a sought-after luxury brand for many years, there are occasional discussions about the sustainability and longevity of the hype surrounding the brand. Some argue that the intense hype around Rolex may have reached a peak and could potentially diminish over time. However, it is important to note that Rolex continues to be highly regarded and desired by many watch enthusiasts and collectors around the world. Market trends, consumer preferences, and various other factors can influence the perception of Rolex hype. It is also worth considering that the perception of hype can differ from person to person. Some may view the current interest and demand for Rolex watches as a testament to their enduring appeal, while others may see it as a passing trend. The future trajectory of Rolex hype is uncertain and can be influenced by a multitude of factors, including market dynamics, brand strategies, and shifts in consumer preferences. Only time will reveal how the perception of Rolex hype evolves in the coming years. What are your thoughts on the topic we discussed in this video? Do you agree or disagree with the analysis? Are you interested in whether Rolex prices will rise or fall? We encourage you to share your comments and opinions in the comments section below. If you found the video enjoyable, we would appreciate hearing your feedback in the comments and your support by following us and giving us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching Luxury World, and we eagerly anticipate your presence in our upcoming videos.